cross at A to deny information. The cam obviously can be big. The tripwires can be big, especially when you're having to play retake. A lot of the times on B site, having tripwires and such in garage or B can kind of alert you to when you need to start like focusing on that, so you can kind of pay attention elsewhere. So I'll be interested to see how Demon make a triple duelist setup work on this map.
I mean, we've seen it happen, right? TSM used to run this all the time here, and how could you not have Intox on one of these duelists after the game he just had on Split? The C site taken for free, and
what? I think maybe there's a tech issue here. I'm just gonna guess.
Yeah, definitely seems like it. Daps, unfortunately, just hanging out right inside of the hot hands, and that is not the place you want to be.
But I'm kind of curious, because if the round already started and a frag already happened, I don't know what the rule would be on a round reset in this situation. I'm not even going to speculate. I'm not even going to guess.
Yeah,
nope, I'm just going to let the admins figure that out and then let me know. So I never want to play a guessing game in that situation. Ooh. Oh, apparently we had to remake because someone got stuck in a camera. Okay.
That is the I've only seen it happen once, but the Cypher bug where sometimes if you're going in and out of your cam, you get stuck inside of it, and that is, I guess,
that would explain why he got melted.
Yeah,
that would really make some sense, because surely a normal player in a normal situation would not get caught like that. Yeah.
And I mean, if anything, Intox did him a favor, helping him get out of that camera view. So
good looking out, man. What a legend.
You run that one out, and round number 2, you don't have that problem. So I do think that because of the bug, we'll probably have a remake coming. So we do have some time jumping into this one. And now this is interesting to me because momentum, huge, kind of your mindset, your morale coming into this one. I think if you're Demon Time, even off the back end of that loss, you're thinking, hey, we just took these guys 13
Also, you just got
15.
to see their strat. So, like,
True.
that's something.
True.
Like, I hopefully they have another pistol strat cooked up. Or do you, like, throw them with the double rock, right? It's like rock, paper, scissors. Like, I'm just going to do it again. You know what I mean? Like, mind games, man. Could go either way, really. I don't know. I'm scratching that straws. We don't have a whole lot to talk about just yet on this map, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking map. Big map.
Okay.
So you're loading back in, apparently.
Like, yeah, we're loading back in. Thank goodness. So that was quick. Quick turnaround for these guys to jump back in. But like you said, I guess that does kind of give up that strat to play quick towards C, but it also freezes a bit of the momentum, right? You have a bit of extra time.
I mean, here's the thing. If you're NRG and you know that you're playing against a triple duelist comp, you know what kind of playstyle you're going to have to play against. And it works perfectly on a map like this where it's really hard to get early intel and, like, it's a big map to rotate on, right? So quick pace triple duelist attacks can be very effective because you might get forced to play a lot of retakes. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I expect to see a lot of fast explosive Valorant from Demon Time based on what we saw already and based on the competition that they have.
So this right here is the interesting rock, paper, scissors. I'm telling you that I'm going to pick rock, and it's the mind game that you don't believe me because they are queued right back up and they are sticking with rock, headed over towards C again, the split. Yeah, nice little mind games. It's not going to deter them. They dash right on in. The only thing that changes is no cloud burst used this time around as that camera gets taken down. So I'm going to be right on the outside of the dark cover. The big crate is going to cover him for a moment, but hey, the ball doesn't lie. Intox to find that kill onto Daps. The C site to be opened up. And Demon Time looking to come out on top here in the pistol.
Yeah, also they were able to threaten window really well in this round also, so it's making it a little bit harder for NRG to, like, rotate around and retake. But that's an interesting little dash that allows Sam a couple of kills and actually gets NRG back into a winnable scenario in this 3-on-3. But Intox picks a perfect timing to commit the peek onto Sam. G-Man-Chu pitches it as well, all onto EU now. No hope as Demon Time pounce quickly and finish accordingly.
That is, this whole, the last minute and a half, 2 minutes has been incredibly awkward because of that remake, because of that almost immediate run back to that same strategy. But at the end of the day, this is kind of what we expected, right? That Demon Time have a really strong attacking side. It's what we saw against Anbox, and now we're getting that. And in this one, once more, we're not getting stingers. It's a sheriff on Sam who might be feeling himself after a couple of kills. The rest of the team just going to be on classics. Oh, and it's fast.
Yeah, again, I imagine we're going to see a lot of that throughout this half, just considering what agents are being played by Demon Time coming into this. And again, a fast-paced style can be very effective on a big map, right? To get the defenses out of position. So Demon Time will find plenty of entries. It is just One player left at Som on the Omen here. He's in the right place, but that is the least of his worries.
Yep.
As Intox will clean him up, and that'll be 2 rounds of Demon Time. So off to a good start here so far on Haven, but haven't really get to see NRG put their best foot forward just yet. Now they have the op on Shanks, they have the 4 rifles. Now this is the real test for Demon Time, though this is the bonus round of the Spectres.
Yeah, and the fast playstyle could pay off again. 2 rounds, Intox already has that run it back available, and you can see how much they want to funnel it. It was, hey, here's the spike to get that last pip. Instead, Intox was able to find the kill on Som on site, so he gets to run it back. So I think we see aggression, run and gun style here with the Spectres in hand. E-Man looking to get some info down C long. This is not the fight you really want to take, though, with Spectres.
Certainly looking to try to close some distance. They're going to get to run it back. They're going to pile in as well with the duelist just behind it. Jet dashing in, Ray's just behind. Solid in the boost position, able to take down the ult. Not allow it to have any impact as far as getting an entry frag, but it's still got a lot of space as NRG are indeed forced to play the retake on the C side. I think they're going to be forced to do this quite a lot, if I'm honest. So this is going to be a good read to tell us how good they are at coordinating it.
Mm-hmm. A nice take back right into window. This is the rifle round for NRG. They need to pick this one up should they want to keep their economy in a good place. Som trying to get all the way across, but gets spotted out his shoulder, just peeking on through, and now everybody getting corralled over towards this garage area. G-Man Chu still from downtown, but the rifles come out on top in the long-range battles, and NRG only lose 2 in their first round win.
Now it's a good shine from NRG to be able to get a retake that clean, only losing 2 players in the process. Yeah, it was against just Spectres for the most part, but still a very decisive retake from NRG. So it kind of shows Demon Time that they're going to have to work a bit harder in the post plant. Like, yeah, maybe you're going to get some of these sites for free or basically for free, but when it comes to those, 5-on-5 or 4-on-4 type situations, post plant, they're going to have to really focus up because NRG definitely seem to have that coordination about them to come right back in. As we are going to see NRG look to get aggressive here on long A. Maybe get some early information, maybe get an early pick. Either way, they're looking to pounce this side. Oh, that looks so close. Great shot from Intox, though.
And that feels so bad. It's a shot that not only goes wide, so a missed shot and you dash away, sure, no harm, no foul, but Intox was able to find a kill because 3 were stacked up over towards A long. So it just feels so much worse. And Shanks looking to do it again, peeking into lobby. Not going to spot Stealthy out. Sticking true to his name and about to have both smokes available. So I would imagine Nay hit on the horizon as Android able to find a kill across the map, but it's Intox again. The curveball, they're reading NRG so well on this A site.
Yeah, they are getting some really good frags here. They're using their utility very well. And now they're gonna, force that respect and actually back off over towards B. Som already spotted by the Boombot as well, and Intox catches Angela trying to creep through sewers, so everything going Demon Time's way right now. They're playing this fast-paced style very effectively, but look at Som ninjaing his way up top, finds a couple of players, leaves it all to G-Man Chu, and how does he get away with it? That's so wild.
Discipline. You saw he wanted to shoot at G-Man, but he held off and he mowed down the rest before finally closing it out.
I'm surprised they didn't hear him. Oh, that's crazy.
30 seconds left.
It doesn't even change positions. G-Man knows he's here. He just loses out on the fight there. Lower on HP, so the Bulldog gets a bit more value in that fight, but that hurts.
I would have thought they would have heard him do the Shrouded Step up there. Maybe they just couldn't quite locate where it was coming from. Either way, we see the Hunter's Fury come out early here from EU. Android using it to close some distance. Actually does find the entry frag there. Pony going to pop the blades out and recover the Vandal with that smoke on the cross. And they will back off here and now look to attack Garage with the drone leading the way.
Ooh, nice tag and a shot through the wall on top of it all. It's so scrappy here on Haven. Dust, they just don't stop in EU. About to make what seemed like the play of a lifetime. Unfortunately, it'll be a bit late because of that smoke. So not spotting out 4. Curtis queues up The boom bot there. Android has the run it back available. Now needs to look for a couple of frags. Unfortunately, he looks the wrong way. Still almost gets some value, but EU is there to back it up. Saw him from the back of the site. And it's all down to Stealthy in a 1v3. Low on HP now as he's getting challenged. It was planted for long, but they sniff it out in a shock dart to sit him down. NRG, they're not going back to the complacent ways. They're taking the fights right to demon time, and they're winning them.
Right. Yeah, that was a great use of the run it back. Yeah, maybe it doesn't get a frag, but it makes sure that it gets information. It finds out that, okay, there's a player playing this tight corner that killed me. He also got some vision elsewhere along the way, and it really helps set up the retake. It's, you know, again, not always about the frags. It's about the scouting. It's about the intel game or about getting space. So you have to think about all the different variables, and in that particular situation, Android got good value to set up the retake. So that is going to be NRG, winning the last 3 in a row. So getting rolling on the rifle rounds, forcing Demon Time into a low buy here with a couple of Stingers and Sheriffs. Trying to keep that run and gun style flowing as they're trying to attack in the garage, but look at Android and company sneaking in behind.
And this is the problem with Sentinelist comps, right? You need to be watching your flank, and they're not doing that. They're able to find a couple kills. No, Android goes good for 3. Mowing them all down towards the C site. Pony trying to get something back, but Android to sit him down. And the ace on the horizon. It was an eco round, so quite possibly to be expected. I don't think Stealthy is long for this world as they spot him out. A shock dart and to get a bit of damage. They're going to hand over the ace to Android. And guess what, Dust? 1 pip away from the run it back.
I mean, he just used it. It's already about to happen again. That is a nightmare for the opposition, for him to be able to just keep the run it backs flowing. Like you said, not really. Yeah, it was good. Again, a great acquisition from NRG to get Android on the team. Such an effective duelist in the scene. I feel like he got overshadowed a bit because of Ye being so flashy on Ambox, but he was definitely the other, like, a big-time player for that team. And a lot of the reason why they were successful was based off of his play.
And now he gets to showcase it over on NRG, so what better time to do it? And I think that is the ultimate puzzle that these teams try and piece together is, you know, some players work here, some players don't work over here, and so just being able to figure that out is...
the only worry I had, though, was I felt like Sam was playing really well on Phoenix and Raze for NRG, as far as just, like, fragging out goes, and so I was a bit, like, worried, like, okay, like, who's gonna have to sacrifice here role-wise to make room? And Sam seemed to be willing to take on the Omen to allow Android to play as agents, and Sam's still playing pretty well. Again, trying to be like the sub-Rosa of the team in that regard, I think.
I wonder how much convincing that took. We do know what can happen. Now the showstopper going on to site. Not going to find the kill because Pony stole it. Okay, so not a Sabrosa ult. The kill was stolen away by his teammate. Now that spike to go down. They keep planting for long. This has been the defaulted position. NRG, they're privy to this, and they're just starting to mow him down on site once more. C is not safe. They're going to have to try and find another way in. But from downtown through the smoke, Intox picks up a headshot onto the diffuser. G-Man-Chu queuing up the Hunter's Fury, looking for some tags. Here comes the flank. Doesn't matter if you have a Sentinel or not. Your team will be flanked, but either way, Android picks up a 3K, still has the run it back available, and NRG go to 5 rounds.
Yeah, it's one of those situations where there's kind of 2 things I feel like that went wrong with Demon Time. One, it felt like they burnt the Hunter's Fury a bit early, but I feel the reason for that was because they were trying to set up that flank, right? So one of the 2 had to work. Either you had to hold the Hunter's Fury longer, or that flank through defending spawn from Stealthy had to come up big. And unfortunately, neither one happened there for Demon Time. So NRG able to complete the retake, no problem. That's now 5 in a row, 3 of which have been retakes. Economy is flowing nicely. Meanwhile, Demon Time had to take a low buy here. And so NRG seem to be in full control right now. That's a big dart. Holy cow.
Not only finding the kill, but onto Intox. Again, I was just about to say, the win condition for Demon Time is to get Intox rolling. As Shanks finds a collateral towards lobby, dashes away to safety, and is able to make it out. And G-Man has no idea, not too sure where he went.
Dude, it's one of those shots as well that it's like there was no way he wasn't getting a 2-for-1 there. You know what I mean? Like, the way it was lined up, you just knew it was going to be a collateral right from the start. Doesn't make it
that's-
any less impressive, obviously, but it's just you could feel it coming. You could just feel it. You're like, yeah, that's gonna be a 2-for-1, isn't it? And he does it.
It's like, and yeah, again, nothing makes that any less impressive. A nice collateral, and I think Shanks needed to have a strong game coming forward. Not necessarily doing that, but hey, his first
That's just only 2
kills
kills.
are the collateral.
I
So
mean, no offense to him, obviously.
Yeah.
But that is a cool way to get your first 2 kills of the game, I guess. And now look at him. He's rolling.
rolling. That's all it took. Maybe a collateral to start it off, and he's able to double his kills the next round after this one. More importantly, rifles in the hands of Demon Time, and they just can't answer the operator. Only looking to do the same, but hey, Android's online. Android is hot here on Haven, so you need to be careful. I'm gonna say, so a round ago before the collateral happened, Intox is you get this guy going and Demon Time have a win condition and playing around this Phoenix and him just absolutely fragging out. The only counter is obviously Shanks popping off, but Android also popping off. So
And here's the
NRG
thing,
have the
though.
winner recipe.
Energy were already crushing them this hard without him. And now he's getting rolling too, and that's just going to be even more of an uphill climb you have to feel for Demon Time. Have to see if they can try to get their composure back here again. So their guys had a cold start last map too, and they were able to recover. We have to see if that can happen here for them. As Shanks is trying to match Android with his own ace. Not quite going to happen, but still a dominant victory from NRG. As they are feeling themselves right now, and they have all the alts except for the Hunter's Fury. So they are well out in front when it comes to utility. And this is starting to look scary. On a map that can quite often, I feel like, have an attacking lean to it just due to the size of the map and the information denial that you can do on the attacking side, particularly towards long A. To see the defense, be this successful is not a good sign for Demon Time. But we'll see. Again, at least they're back onto a bye here. See what they can do.
Get out of my way.
And not the best buy coming through, but they have a couple of rifles. So at the end of the day, it's not everybody needs to be wary of the long range battles, as we saw Psalm playing that off angle again, up on top of that box over towards that defender sided spawn. Smokes go down, and they're looking possibly just to get a quick plant here on C. NRG, they're A-okay to play this retake every single time, and they know where that spike's being planted. It's planted out towards long. I'm surprised they didn't start shooting through the box sooner. As the run it back gets used, Android's trying to get a whole bunch of value. Paint shells taking quite a bit of health off the top there, and unfortunately gonna get sprayed down. Now the drone to get some info, and I mean, it's kind of a stalemate thus far. Pony still looking to come online. There's Android, but Intox able to trade it back. But here we go. It's Phoenix's, it's Omens to find the kills here, and back and forth once more. Shanks back on the board. And from downtown, G-Man-Chu once more. We've seen this position before, and unfortunately it didn't work out too well. And this time he doesn't even have the Hunter's Fury. He's just gonna get run down. And I mean, EU's closed out the rounds, I think 3 or 4 rounds in a row. So impact ranks.
It does just feel like Demon Time didn't have that deep of a playbook coming into this, and now that there's some of their initial game plans aren't working out, they don't really have an adjustment that they can make. And it's no, insult to them. They are a newer team. They don't have nearly as much experience as some of these other players have playing at this level. This is probably the biggest best of 3 they've ever played as a team, considering they haven't made it this far before in the Challengers brackets. And unfortunately, they're just kind of getting exposed a little bit. But there is still hope in these last couple of rounds to get something going. Like, that round was close. Like, that was not the clean retake from Energy that time around. Like, Demon Time really put it to them there. So they made some progress. Can they take it all the way, though, and get another round win? That's the big question.
And this time, a slower start. And this is one of the better starts that we've seen, right? It's not Shanks finding kills right off the rip, whether it be towards mid-window or a long. It's everybody's still alive thus far for Demon Time. They have the From the Shadows for some information. They also have the run it back, and it looks like could quite possibly be queued up. Unfortunately, would be going right into the operator of Shanks as Intox.
Oh, but look at this. Energy droned out middle. They know that no one's there. They're spotting long C as well, and so look at the rotation that they're able to get before the attack even starts, and already the ult's been burned.
Yep, run it back, sent right back. Shanks goes good for another shot on Intox. The damage is just too much. And Android is here to back him up. That's exactly what you need to have for your jet. The operator can get out of dodge. Now it's down to the last 2 are corralled here over towards Sewers. Shanks gonna find another, not a collateral, but could close it out with one more shot. No, Curtis starts to battle back. but Daps to sit him down. NRG not giving up anything here as they inch closer to a 10-2 half.
Yeah, and that's the problem when you're playing a very one-track focused style of attacking side, is when the defense is able to get intel on a side of the map and they find that nothing's there and they know that you keep playing like these, 4 or 5 man attacks or these really fast 2-3 splits, it's just process elimination at that point to make the safe rotation. And so that's why if you have literally no map control or presence anywhere else on the map and you get found out by a drone or a cam or something along those lines, you're in for a bad time. That's exactly what happened there to Demon Time.
And it's omens.
Oh my.
For everybody?
At least 2. No,
Okay,
Android has a Vandal.
Not everybody buying in to the Odin pyramid scheme here that NRG or that EU and Shanks are trying to pitch to the rest of the squad. There is knives available, neural theft also online here should they choose to use it from Daps. And Demon Time, they don't have a whole lot going for them, unfortunately, in the alt category. Knives to the face of G-Man Chu gonna sit him down and downtown, able to find a bit of damage. Now trying to bring up the rear, but since the push comes through, free A site. So at the very least, Demon Time will get a plant.
Indeed they will, but their success rate holding off retakes, even on 5-on-5s, has been pretty low. And so to see them do it in a 3-on-5 would be quite impressive. It's going to be a really tall task as a couple of their players are trying to fend off Android that long. They trade 1-for-1. That's just simply not good enough when you're already this far behind, and 2 of their players are so low on health. It's going to take a big individual effort now to try to keep energy off their tails, but Daps has found Stealthy out, and Intox is also found out now due to that ult, so he's in a lot of trouble, and there's just not much he can do there. It's going to be a 10th round from NRG, and you can definitely tell that NRG kind of, had a little bit too much fun maybe on split and kind of realized the error, and now they've corrected it, and they seem to be steamrolling through.
Now, the Odin buys, the jumping around and kind of being flashy there at the end. Do we see NRG fall back into the complacent ways? And do we see Demon Time in defense start to
I think they learned their
back
lesson.
in? Okay.
Is what I will say. You realize they waited until they were already up 9-2 before they fiddled around this time. You know what I mean? So
that is
yeah,
true.
I think they kind of saw how split went. They realized that they needed to tidy it up a bit, and they certainly did that and more. And I think, and also a part of it is I just think that unfortunately Demon Time just aren't that deep tactically. And so when their initial game plan wasn't working, they didn't really have an adjustment that they could make.
Standing ahead.
Recon bolt. Not going to get too much. I guess the idea that they want to come this way as they take it down. Paranoia goes through. Demon Time back to their retaking ways. We'll see if they're better on the defensive post plant than they are on the offensive post plant. As the shock dart comes through, going to find quite a bit of damage, quite possibly a kill, just barely missing out as G-Man Chu. And unfortunately, he took some damage, so he was punished for trying to find something there. Now, Pony on the flank. It is being watched. And again, there is a Sentinel here. So this is what the Sentinel brings to your roster. Once that trap wire goes down, they surely know that somebody is on the flank. And Daps is just say, okay, to buy all the time in the world. Now through the smoke they go. Curtis able to pick up a kill. You trades it back though, unfortunately. Not going to amount to a whole lot. There's Pony on the flank and Daps to run him down. Now Demon Time have to get something done with their last 3 remaining. Curtis is actually on the defuse, but he does get spotted out and taken down.
He was hoping for the best. That's all he could really do sitting in that back corner, but Daps was able to fend off Pony's flank through the attacking spawn, and then the rest of NRG were able to swarm from that point forward. And now it is going to be 11-2 is the score. It's looking quite grim for Demon Time. They just simply, it's either you force buy bare minimum here and just try to go for it, or you basically have to play for OT. And playing for OT when you're this far behind just seems so scary. But I just simply don't know what else they do here, because they just can't really afford much. And indeed, they are just going to have to play for the overtime, it seems.
And curveball allows Android to get out towards mid. And a kill traded back. Classic going to pick up that one. So there's a gun down. Should they be able to push up to it? The spike is yet to be picked up. So EU going to go back and retrieve that one for his squad. Unfortunately, Demon Time down to their last 3 and very low HP on Pony. Make it their last 2 and going to be their last one. A Shanks push through. No, G-Man with the nice shot there. Nice little upgrade as well. It is a 3v2, but again, the health there is just so low for Pony There's also one on the flank, so Psalm could get heaps of value here in just closing out this round.
Yeah, it's going to be tough here, but okay, all of a sudden there is a little bit of hope with that kill in this 2-on-2. Dat still has a good position here inside the corner. Going to be tough to clear, and indeed he will find both of his targets, and so that is going to be 12 for NRG. They will have 10 map points to close out this series and join TSM in Challengers 3.
Yes, this should do.
The last chance for Masters coming up. Was that next weekend, starting on Thursday? Yeah, that's right. I like how I asked you a question, gave you no chance to answer me, and answered it myself. I feel bad. I'm sorry, bud.
No, you're good. I'm glad. That's, you know, the self-realization. I think that's good.
Standing ahead.
Yeah, it's
No,
like you're
you're-
teaching me, but letting me do it, you know?
Exactly.
Appreciate you, man.
Left.
Oh, it's all for you, Dust. It's all for you. Now we see Rifle go in the hand of Demon Time, and they're able to get a couple of kills. Intox still trying to close this one out. I think it was a Guardian in the hands of EU here. 7 HP and a Dream, unfortunately, just getting mowed down. And again, Demon Time find themselves down a player on the defensive end. Paint shells go through just a moment too late. Curtis will fall, and it's all up to G-Man. The Hunter sure is. He tries to dodge on out. He's got to give it everything. And he's running against the clock.
Oh, boy.
Blaze
Oh,
goes up.
boy.
He will hop out, and Psalm will find the kill. NRG in dominant fashion here on Haven will close out the series 2-0 and be team number 2 to qualify for Challengers 3.